Hey everyone, Midas here. Many suits Spider-Man has worn aren't that well known, so I want to make a video chronicling the various costumes Spider-Man has used. Also, let me clarify, I'm only going to be talking about 616 Peter suits, because if we talked about every Spider-Man suit from every version of Spider-Man, this will be the last video ever made on my channel from how long it would take. And also, let me say, I researched this information on the Marvel Wiki, so check that out for more information. Also, just check it out because there's so much random and wacky information about Marvel characters there. Spider-Man and Wolverine became blood brothers during a time travel adventure. Anyway, let's get right into this. First, we have the classic suit, the outfit Peter almost always wears. Peter created the suit when he first became Spider-Man and has been using it ever since. While it has changed its design multiple times and has been destroyed countless times, it's still listed as being one suit. There's not much to say about the suit that people don't already know, but one thing I always find cool is how Peter constantly adds new things to it. For example, Peter added an earpiece to his suit for when he was fighting Hobgoblin, and he updated the lenses to deal with the villain Iguana. Next is another iconic suit, the symbiote. During the comic event Secret Wars, Peter accidentally gained this new costume. Peter found the suit very useful at first, until he realized it was alive and took control of him while he was asleep. Peter then took off the symbiote, and as we all know, it ends up attaching to Eddie Brock, creating Venom. This suit was super useful for Peter, as it made him more powerful and gave him an unlimited amount of webbing. In fact, one of the biggest downsides being the change to your personality wasn't an effect it had in the original comics. And the reason Peter wanted to get rid of the suit was because of that whole taking control of his body while he was asleep thing. This next suit was something Peter wore when he no longer had the symbiote suit. In the comics, Peter learned the symbiote suit was alive with the help of the Fantastic Four, so when Peter lost the costume, he was forced to wear the bombastic Bagman outfit. It's just a Fantastic Four costume with a paper bag on his head. It's a dumb suit, but I love it since that's the point. It even has a kick me sign on the back of it. Now, there are multiple stories where Peter wears the black suit, but how would he be wearing it if Eddie Brock has the symbiote? That's where the black cloth suit comes in. Peter was given the suit by Black Cat, who preferred it over the classic suit, and for a decent while in comics, Peter wore this as his main suit. That was until the proper appearance of Venom, who attacked Mary Jane at the apartment she and Peter were living in. She was so traumatized by this, she made Peter stop wearing the black cloth suit altogether. Peter returned to the classic suit and now wears the black suit on rare occasions. So for the majority of modern stories where you see Peter wearing the black suit, that is just a regular outfit. Now most of these suits have been pretty normal so far, just outfits and alive aliens and stuff. The Unipower is a power source that gives whoever has the power the ability to become Captain Universe, this powerful cosmic being. And during a lab accident, Peter was given these powers as well as a new suit. This is the most powerful version of Spider-Man, without a shadow of a doubt. He can manipulate energy and matter, he can punch the Hulk into space. Of course, eventually Peter loses these powers, but there is a universe where Peter kept the powers and continued being Cosmic Spider-Man. Unfortunately, this version of Peter died in the Spider-Verse comics, because the Spider-Verse comics, everyone dies in those. I'm pretty sure one Spider-Verse comic killed 616 Peter and brought him back to life, and no other comics that were coming out at the time even mentioned it. Next up, we have the Spider Armor. Peter made this suit when he had to face the new Enforcers. The suit was useful as it was bulletproof, but also made him slower due to it being metallic. Despite this being a fan favorite suit, it was worn only one time in the comics by 616 Peter before being destroyed in that fight. It's a shame too, because that's one of my favorite suits also, especially with its appearance in the 90s Spider-Man show. One thing you start to notice as you go further on in this list is that Peter has so many suits, some of which have unique abilities, but he rarely uses them. The Electroproof suit was used to fight Kraven the Hunter in a especially tough battle, and I'm messing with you. Of course, it was used against Electro. There's not much to this one, it's just insulated so that Peter could take Electro's electric attacks better. The Secret War suit was given to Peter by Nick Fury for a mission involving entering Latveria. This suit was barely used at all. I'm not even sure if it was actually used in the mission it was made for. Here's one that's pretty well known, the Iron Spider Armor. This is a way more technologically advanced suit that was created by Tony Stark for Peter. It also gave the spider-themed superhero 3 extra arms that came out of the suit, giving him 7 limbs. The spider-themed hero. Peter wore the suit until he felt he made the wrong choice in Civil War and ditched the suit. I love the version of the suit in the comics. It's more simplistic, and the red and gold color scheme helps to show that this isn't Peter's suit, but Tony's. To deal with the Hobgoblin, Peter created the original stealth suit. The stealth suit had 3 settings that were signified by the suit changing color. White is just a regular suit, green makes the suit invisible, and red messes with sonic frequencies. Now, the reason I say the original stealth suit is because the clone of Peter, Kane, eventually used his costume to create a Scarlet Spider suit. There was one point in the comics where Peter completely lost his spider sense. Spider sense is such an insanely important part of Peter's skill set, so he would need something to compensate for this loss. So Peter created the Spider Armor Mark II. It's very similar to the original Spider Armor, with really only one major addition, that being magnetic webbing that can be used to block radio frequencies. One aspect of the original comics that has never been translated into other media is how Peter's great friends with the Fantastic Four, especially Johnny Storm. In fact, when Johnny dies in one story, it is revealed that in his will, he wanted Peter to become the fourth member of the Fantastic Four if he were to die. Peter joins the Fantastic Four, which is now called the Future Foundation. The suit is made by Reed Richards, and Spider-Man can turn to his classic suit and regular clothes from this outfit instantly. It also comes with a stealth mode that swaps the suit color to be predominantly black. The Fear Itself suit was only used in the Fear Itself event. Peter and other heroes were given alternate suits for an upcoming fight. It was destroyed later on, though. One cool thing to note is that it's made out of Uru metal, the same metal Thor's hammer is made of. Doc Ock brought together the Sinister Six and had a huge plan. That was to speed up the heal of the world to hold the planet for ransom. He would only stop using his global warming device if he was given enough money. This is kind of a big deal, so Peter decides that to face the Sinister Six, he's gonna need to be extra prepared, and that's how he gets the Spider Armor Mark III. This Spider Armor has a ton of extra features. There are specific additions added so that Peter can better deal with Chameleon, Mysterio, Sandman, and Electro. This suit is shown to be very durable, which is really useful against Rhino. Spider-Man is capable of flight in this suit, and the helmet grants Peter the power of technopathy, where he can control technology. The next one is pretty big, but it's also technically not a Peter suit, that being the superior Spider-Man suit. Otto is about to die, so in a last-ditch effort, he switches bodies with Peter. Peter fails to revert this and dies, but not without giving Otto all of his memories. This is Peter physically, but mentally, this is Otto Octavius. Instead of using his new powers for evil, Otto decides that he wants to become a better, superior Spider-Man.
That's the name of the thing.
Otto designs a spider suit more to his liking. It has quite a bit more unique features that the classic Spider-Man suit doesn't have. It has talons, enhanced lenses, spider arms, and AI that can make the suit move on its own. Of course, Peter eventually returns and begins wearing the classic suit again, but Peter does wear a further upgrade version of the Superior suit at one point. During Superior Spider-Man, Peter, who was Otto, made a huge corporation called Parker Industries. This meant that when Peter returned, he was suddenly now in charge of a huge tech company. Peter decided if he was the owner of an insanely successful company, he might as well make a new suit. So Peter created the final spider armor, the Mark IV. This suit was super advanced, having sensors, a wrist device called WebWare that had internet access, stronger web shooters, spider tracers that explode, sonic disruptors, acid and concrete webbing, an electric attack that overloads a person's nervous system, spider drones, it can turn to other clothes. This is the pinnacle of Spider-Man technology. The suit gets destroyed by Superior Octopus, who was working with Hydra at the time. There's not much to this next suit. It's a modified Fantastic Four suit made for Peter, with it being designed like a Spider-Man suit, minus the webbing. It had different boots and arms, and there's a spider logo instead of the 4. The Threats and Menaces suit was made when Spider-Man started working at the news company Threats and Menaces. The suit was used to record what Spider-Man does from a first-person view live.
Did I mention that the suit looks ugly?
This is a very recent suit that was made by now good Norman Osborn for Peter, called the Oscorp suit. Peter doesn't want the suit initially because it's made by the man who used to do everything in his power to ruin his life. But after Peter gets just absolutely annihilated by the Vulture of all people, he is forced to ask Storm for the suit. It's kind of just a classic costume, but it also comes with technology such as a drone and a glider, which is extremely similar to a Goblin glider.
I also don't like this suit.
The 616 mainline Spider-Man has been around for over 60 years. In that time, he's never made an appearance in any media outside the comics. Except for one thing, Fortnite. That's because the characters that appear in Fortnite in the story of the game are meant to be the original versions that appear in the source material. For example, Darth Vader's in Fortnite, that is canonically the same Darth Vader from the Star Wars movies. So this is 616 Peter. For Fortnite, a unique Spider-Man suit called Spider-Man Zero was made. But this isn't just a cosmetic. Peter wears this in a Fortnite comic, making it a canon outfit of his. There isn't much to say about what features the suit has since there isn't anything listed. Also, I'm just going to put this information on screen. I don't know enough about Fortnite to know what any of this means. Peter has had a lot of unique costumes throughout his time as Spider-Man. It was great seeing some of the more obscure ones that people don't know much about. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it. If you did, check out some of my other content. Subscribe if you really like the video, or don't. I'll be fine. That's going to be it for now, and I'll see you all in the next one.